Hello, Santiago. So I decided to record this video so I can show you what we can do in IDEA StatiCa. This is the IDEA StatiCa connection application. This is the standalone version. Um, in here, when you open the application, you can define the geometry in this first column, and later you can use our templates that we have. The keys that you're asking for is this one here. So you can click over that one and then create that select design connection. So you hit there and then this connection will be open. But as you saw, we have multiple type of templates. We also have a web connection library where you can find more details. So we try to have these templates as parametric templates. So if you see them like this is a little bit crowded here, but you can edit that over this line here, right? So we can decide the thickness of the well, the beam offset. So we can say, okay, this will be 0.5 inches. Then the plate offset, the top offset. So you can say 1.5. So you can see how this is moving downwards that plate, right? So let's fix this to be 4 rows, and then the distance between them, the H distance is going to be 1.5, and the spacing, we put it as 3 inches. Okay, that is not fitting on this with this geometry. I mean, with the section of the beam. So we change it to 3. Okay, so as you can see, we can edit everything from this area. You can change the type of bolts by clicking over this plus icon. So I started with the connection there, but when you select a template, you can also modify the cross section. So in this case, you can click over the member and then you will see that plus icon here, and that is where you will change the either the type of section or the size. So in this case, I'm selecting again I section. You go through the arrows, then later you come here and select the AIC once, the database, and then you say, okay, I want to find the 14, and then you can scroll down and look for the one that you want. I'm going to pick that one and then click OK. And then you can do the same for this one here for the beam element. So as you can see, it's changing the cross section, but the connection is still there, right? So I'll keep that 12 by 30. And but you saw how we changed that. So that is in terms of cross sections that can be changed. And then here on the loads, you will see that you can apply the forces on the members. So this is a graphical representation of the forces, but in reality, where the force is located where it says here, right? So when you click over the B member, it's saying it's applying at the bolts. To look at that position of the force, that is basically shifting the force where you want to assess that shear force. It's recommended when you have a shear force to move it where you want that hinge location. Okay, that means where the moment is 0. So in this case, we want to assess the shear force here at the center of these bolts. Okay, I'm going to delete this offset because we're always looking at one working point here. So if we have an offset in the member, basically what we're doing, if you add a tension force, we can create an extra moment here, right? So I'm going to just delete it so that member is in the center, like the center line is aligned with the node, okay? So again, I'm not going to go to dip in this example. I'm just going to show you how to model this. But if you have more questions, just feel free to email us, and then we can help you to explain more things or add more members or change the geometry of this connection. So after that, you define the forces. Like in this case, you can add a tension force as you mentioned, like I'm going to just add a random load here, and then I can copy this load effect, and this one will be negative. So it's shear force plus compression force on this member, and then shear force plus 10 force on this member, right? So we can define two load effects. We run the analysis and then you will get results, right? So this is how we model the connection. This is a super quick demonstration, right? But again, feel free to email us with more questions. And if you want, remember you have access to the trial version. Okay? Okay, well, thank you. Bye.